So I just looked at my manual, and yes, the first speech was on 6/30 of 2005. So it's been 4 years, and I'm still working on my competent communicator manual. So hopefully you will see some competence in this speech. Maybe I'll get awarded an honorary competent communicator for time served. Many of you have heard me speak about my traveling, my backpacking, mountain climbing, hiking. What I wanted to talk about today was the change in style that has happened over the past 5 years and the change in joys that have come along with that over the past 5 years. When I first started as a child camping, I was in a tent with my parents. They quickly graduated to one of these pop-up campers that folds out and still has a canvas top and a hard shell bottom on it. And that's where my sister and I have our earliest memories of camping, is in that pop-up camper. Well, not too many years after that, my dad decided to go out and buy a big camper trailer. 21-foot Shasta. And it was bought in the 70s. So it's got nice brown and orange motif on the outside and on the inside. Unfortunately, it doesn't have shag carpeting. I'm thinking about it now. How do we get shag carpeting? But it's definitely right out of the 70s. So my wife and I, when we were younger, started hiking. And we loved hiking and tent camping and backpacking and carrying the pack on our back and being in the outdoors. And so that's what we enjoyed doing. We did it all the time. Well, 4 years ago, we were blessed with our first child. Little Bethany is going to be 4 here in December, just another month away. And that completely changed how we went about camping and hiking and enjoying the great outdoors. So it changed the way we decided to camp. So rather than tent camping and carrying everything on our backs, waiting for the crawler to keep up with you was a little bit difficult. So we decided that we had this old 1979 21-foot Shasta trailer sitting in my dad's driveway that we hadn't used in years. Maybe we should reclaim this vehicle, fix it up, and use it to camp in and do some trailer camping with our young child. So that's exactly what we did. So when we roll into the campground, you can always find us because we've got the oldest, most outdated vehicle there, being pulled by the most expensive vehicle. Complete mismatch. But it got us back into camping and being outdoors with our children. So what I want to talk about today is walk through the joys of camping. We used to enjoy hiking, long hikes, cycling in the great outdoors and all of this. So our joys have changed a little bit as well, to enjoying what it is that our children are doing and experiencing while they're outdoors and seeing them find and enjoy things. So I wanted to walk through really quickly a typical day for us. And is that timer correct?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just lost the signal. Don't worry. This is not working very well.
So because my wife and I love the outdoors, the first thing that happens when we wake up in the morning is it's breakfast time. And while we have a kitchen in this little itty-bitty 21-foot trailer, my wife insists on eating breakfast outdoors, even if it's 40 degrees. So this is me eating outdoors while my children are all bundled up with their hats on and all of their clothes, and my son, who's only a year and a half old, looks like the kid from A Christmas Story. He's like sitting there like this, trying to reach the food, and he can't reach the food, but we're outside, and we're eating outside. It doesn't matter what temperature it is, we're going to eat outside. So after having a wonderful breakfast, it's time to go for a hike. And when my wife and I used to hike, we used to want to hit as many of the trails as possible at every park that we were at, cover the most ground, see the most wildlife and fauna, and just enjoy being outdoors. So we grab our 2 kids and we're headed off to the trailhead, and we get to the trailhead and say, we want to make sure that they get to experience it like we experienced it. Put them on the ground, and it's time to start hiking. So we're off hiking, and somehow the kids are still way back there. So it's no longer a matter of trying to cover the most amount of trails. it's about trying to cover the trail that you're on most thoroughly. So now, it's about looking at every single leaf. That tree, it dropped all of these, so they all look, right about the same, but that one is different from that one, different from this one over here. But we got to go back, because there was one that was over here that was really, really interesting. So my wife and I used to be able to cover about 4 miles in an hour, so 15-minute miles, walking and hiking through the woods was our norm. Now we're down to a 2-hour hike of half a mile. But we have seen the forest like we've never seen it before, and it's changed the joys of our hiking. So after a good hike, we go home and go back to the trailer and have some dinner, and it's always time for that wonderful experience at night, the campfire. And I love campfires. So we have a roaring campfire. My wife loves s'mores. She's got the chocolate out. She's got a stack of chocolate and like this many marshmallows and this many graham crackers because she intends to eat all of the chocolate before it gets made into s'mores. But we're sitting there with a roaring fire. And what do kids love to do with fire? Play with it. Not good. So now, instead of kicked back in a reclining chair, enjoying the crackling fire and the warmth, we're running back and forth, keeping them off of the fire. Don't touch the fire. The fire is baby. It's hot. It's hot. That's what it's supposed to be. Leave it alone. But soon the children get tired and they fall asleep, and that allows us to enjoy the fire as a couple and spend some time together before retiring for the evening. So at the end of this experience, we pack up our trailer and head back home and relish in the good times that we've had. And so although we've had a change in the style with which we enjoy the outdoors, our joy of the outdoors is stronger still, and we will continue to camp and teach our children about the wonderful great outdoors. Thank you so much.